When the hardware store's blue awning started rising, an orange tabby walked in and sat under the crank plate, not the fresh shade. The worker stopped mid-crank. He set water in the shade and tapped the sidewalk gently, but the cat only shifted one paw and looked back up at the plate again. Before the awning moved, the sidewalk stayed empty. With the first slow crank turn, the tabby appeared and crossed past the tiny shade toward the plate. So the worker prepared shade early, even with a customer watching. Nothing happened until the blue awning moved, and the cat took its place below it. While he wiped the shaded concrete, a white edge flickered behind the blue crank plate. The cat saw it before he did that calm morning. The next time, he waited with one hand near the crank. No cat came until the first turn made the plate shift in front of him. Opening the store did nothing. Sweeping did nothing. When his hand moved the crank again, the tabby returned to the same wall below the plate outside. Now the best shade covered the sidewalk, and the water dish sat deeper inside it. The cat stayed outside that comfort, watching the crank plate. The customer noticed too. The worker checked the awning fabric first, because that answer still felt practical, but the cat's eyes stayed low, near the plate, instead of the fabric. A tiny crank adjustment made the cat turn. When the worker stopped, the white edge vanished, and the plate became the only place left there. The usual morning moment passed with the awning down. That one detail did not fit, because the cat appeared only after movement of the crank plate. Then, he changed the test. Instead of offering shade, he crouched to the cat's eye level and checked the lower crank plate corner, where the orange tabby and customer waited. That made the reversal clean. Awning down, no cat. Awning rising, cat back under the plate, with the white edge flashing once more while the worker looked at the corner. After that, he moved the crank by inches. The white edge appeared, disappeared, appeared again, and the tabby tracked the same corner without touching the wall. He gave the cat space and kept both hands open. The cat stepped back, but its gaze stayed on the plate edge near the crank. The customer saw it too. One small crank movement brought the flicker back. Stopping the crank made it disappear behind the lower corner while both humans watched quietly there. The worker repeated the opening angle. Same awning, same cat, same plate. But now that little flash looked less random than the shade ever had before. He still checked under the fabric first. Nothing changed there. The cat never looked up, so he returned to the plate with the same careful hands. From the first frame, the white edge had been there. It flashed when the blue crank plate shifted, then tucked back out of view right above the cat's old spot. The worker pinched the visible edge with his fingers and slid out a small plain white travel bowl insert tab from behind the plate, without any fuss. With the tab set aside, the plate stayed clear. The cat looked once, relaxed, and stepped away without being touched, called, guided, or moved by anyone. When the blue awning rose again, the crank plate stayed clear. And the